Oh, hello. Today you've caught me at the Old Thatch Inn in the small village of Castledawson. Today we've come here because this is steeped in history. It's a little pub that's been here from the 1800s, I think 1832. So I think it's about time we actually gave it a go and had a look to see what it's all about. Let's go inside. Okay, so we've just sat down here in the Old Thatch Inn, and the first thing that hits you when you come into the place is the smell of turf. The fire is not actually currently lit, but just adds to the coziness of the place. If you were to give this place a cozy rating from 1 to 10, you'd be giving it like a 16. It is really, really warm and welcoming here, and also enhanced by the staff. Really nice staff as well. You also definitely get that really traditional old Irish pub feel. It's steeped in history and culture, and you do on the menu here as well. You also have the some information about the pub. Yep, that's just over.
And the Thatch sandwich.
That's right.
There we go, and your cod.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Chips.
Yep.
I just said anyway.
Yeah, any will do.
That's what you said first. Do you need anything else?
No, that's lovely.
Okay.
Thank you very much indeed. Okay guys, so everything's just arrived here, and I'm going to keep my voice down for this because the place has started to fill up. This is the goat's cheese on toast. So it's topped with crushed nuts, honey and balsamic. I'm assuming that's balsamic vinaigrette. Next we have the... Actually, I'm not going to show you that yet because that's the famous one. So this is a beer battered cod. It says on the menu it's freshly battered cod, peas and tartare dip. That looks very nice. And last but not least is the Thatch sandwich. So the Thatch sandwich is not actually currently on the menu, but if you ask for it, they will give it to you. The girl was very nice about it. Right, so let's start off with the goat's cheese toast and give it a try. You see it's got that wee bed of lettuce and salad on that. So obviously the strong flavour there is the goat's cheese, but the saltiness of the goat's cheese mixed with the balsamic vinegar is just really, really works well. It's lovely and flavourful. I've never actually had that on toast before, so really, really nice. The girl just asked if everything's okay. It's good to have that wee bit of service. Okay, so next up we'll have the beer battered cod. Nice and crispy. You have the mushy peas and the side salad. And this would be the tartare dip. Okay, you can't have fish without tartare any sauce anyway, as everyone knows. So the first thing, you do get a side of chips as well, which are they're nice enough. Yeah. Nice, and they're actually pre-salted, which is nice. So actually we'll get a cut from the middle over here. We're going to annoy people when I'm cutting this, but... Oh yeah, look at that. flaky pieces of cod there. It's lovely thick flakes of fish. You can always just taste that quality when you can pretty much tell the quality when you see the flakes. But yeah, really, really nice. That has not been seasoned. I have not seasoned it yet. It's already a bit salty, but it always goes well with a bit of sauce. So the tartar sauce isn't overpowering. It's just a nice, subtle zest to it that goes well with the fish as it normally does. Yep. There's a really nice vinaigrette on it, and the salad is really fresh. So I have to say that is lovely. Okay, so last we'll have the Thatch sandwich, which has the, if you break away all the tobacco onions, there's lots of lovely caramelized onions in there. It seems like a lovely, rich peppercorn sauce. And I would say that is probably, that's the same bread that they've used for the goat's cheese. Okay, let's try a bit of the steak with some tobacco onions. Okay, so the steak piece that I had there was, for me, that's perfect. I like mine medium well done. Let's try a wee bit of the chicken. That's lovely. It tastes like the flavours of meat that's been cooked together in a pan, whatever, which is really nice. What we're going to do is we're going to have at this before it gets any colder, and we'll come back and give our review at the end. Okay, so we've just come outside the Old Thatch Inn to give you our final review of how we found it in there. And I have to say, it's probably the most cozy place I've ever visited in my life. It's just, and that's right up my street. I love that kind of stuff. So we started off, we wanted to try the goat's cheese on toast. And on the receipt here, you'll see it says 5 Miletown goat's cheese. So that just tells you that the goat's cheese itself was sourced reasonably locally. So I like to see stuff like that. Local businesses being supported. The goat's cheese and toast was very flavoursome. The goat's cheese is typically quite salty, and that was the dominating flavour for me, was the actual cheese itself, which is right, that's where it should be. Beer batter fish the batter on it was lovely and light and crispy. The fish itself was lovely and flaky. You can always tell good fish just by cutting into it and seeing those lovely big juicy flakes. On the receipt, you'll see that there is a section that says miscellaneous misc. That was £16. That was the Thatch sandwich, which had the steak, the chicken, which I have to say there was a lot of it. That meal on its own would definitely fill a person. That's comfort food at its best. It was so warm and satisfying to eat. Okay, so what would I give the Old Thatch Inn out of 10? Well, when I do a review, what I typically take into account is the quality of the food, the portion size of the food, the atmosphere, the staff friendliness. It all contributes towards the final score. And for me, pretty much everything was there. They were very hospitable. They were very welcoming. It was quiet when we first got here, but it's definitely picked up. So it's obviously a well-established spot. Everything taken into consideration, what would I give the Old Thatch Inn out of 10? 8.5 out of 10. Everything was just lovely. I think the only thing that was missing from the experience was the fire wasn't lit, because I would have liked to have seen that. I've never actually been in a pub before that has had a blazing fire, so but that's a small silly thing. But you could still smell the turf anyway, so it just all added to the feel of the place. So overall, yeah, I think it's a well-deserved 8.5 out of 10. If you're ever in Castledawson, I would recommend the Old Thatch Inn 100%. So if you would... There's a delivery being done at the moment. Perfectly timed. If you would like and subscribe to the channel, we would very much appreciate it. Anyway guys, what do you think about what you saw today? Does it look like the kind of wee cozy place that you would like to go to? If so, let us know in the comments. Let us know anywhere else you think that we could visit and give a review. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to follow where we go next on our journey. And with that said, stay tasty. I was thinking about getting a pint, but I think it's a wee bit too early for that. So, see you in the next video. That was awful. The beer battered cod was, I have to say, quite lovely. The batter, quite lovely. I'm talking like Miss Marbles here. What do you think? Can I split the G? I'm talking like I've already had some of this. I overshot.